Hi everybody, it's Miss Lorenz. I'm going to talk through lesson 10. There's some challenging problems in this lesson, so I'm excited that you are watching this, so good job. Here we go. So in lesson 10, we are comparing situations by really analyzing the ratios. So in this first one, we have Mai and Jada, and they are on a treadmill, and we have to notice what's the same about their workouts and what's different. So if I look at Mai's treadmill display, I can see that the distance right here is 3 miles. It's the same as on Jada's. Mai's able to run 3 miles in 24 minutes, where Jada's running 3 miles in 30 minutes. So since it took Mai less time to go the same distance, Mai is going faster. In number 2, we had a ticket price for Diego and Andre, and we have to decide if they bought their tickets at the same rate. So what I want you to see is that here is Diego's rate, $47 for 3 tickets, and here is Andre's rate, $141 for 9 tickets. And you might think that the only way to really do this is to divide and get the price per ticket. It's not the only way to do it. You could do that. If you did that, you got Diego paying $15 and about 67 cents per ticket, and that would be 47 divided by 3. And then if you did the same with Andre, $141 divided by 9, you would have gotten the same price per ticket. So yeah, they paid at the same rate. But another way that you could have thought of this problem is looking at the number of tickets that they bought. Since Diego bought 3 and Andre bought 9, let's just scale up Diego's by 3. So let's multiply his 3 tickets by 3 to get the 9. And then let's multiply 47 times 3 to see how much he would have paid. And 47 times 3 is 141. So yes, the same problem. All right. Okay, you guys, this one is super challenging. So, or part of it is super challenging. So make sure that you pause this video as you need so you can really understand it. It's an orange juice problem. It's kind of a classic problem. We'll do one like this in class all together with actual orange juice. But let's talk through it. So we have Lynn mixing 3 liters of orange juice with 4 liters of soda. So Lynn's ratio is 3 to 4. And then Noah's mixing 4 liters of orange juice with 5 liters of soda. So they have different ratios, and we have to figure out how their mixtures compare in taste. So that's where I want you to look down at the double number lines that I made. Ignore the questions B and C for right now and just look at the number lines. We can see that Noah's, if we continue the double number line from 4 to 5 to 8 to 10 to 12 to 15 to 16 to 20 and 20 and 25, and then do the same with Lynn from 3 to 4 to 6 to 9 to 12 to 16 and 15 to 20, we have some places where we can make some really great comparisons. So that's what I want us to talk about. Let me get a highlighter going. So notice that on Noah's, we have a line on our double number line that has a 12. So Noah's, we can compare the 12 to 15 with the 12 to 16 on Lynn's. And so Noah's has 12 orange juices for every 15 waters, where Lynn has 12 orange juices for every 16 waters. And so, did I do that right? 4 to 5 is Noah. Yep. And so if they both have the same amount of orange juice, but Noah has less water per orange juice, then we know that Noah's orange juice is going to be a little stronger than Lynn's. All right, and we can also look at it with the 16 to 20 right here, because they both have a 20. See how we did that? So we just continue the double number lines until they had the same number on both of their double number lines, and then we can compare. So when Lynn's, for every 20 waters, we have only 15 oranges, but for Noah, for every 20 waters, we have 16 oranges. So we have more oranges for every for the same amount of water. So again, just another way of looking at the fact that Noah's is going to be a little bit stronger in taste, or a little bit orangier in taste, if you think of it that way. Okay, now let's get to the challenging problems here. How can Lynn make her juice taste the same as Noah's by adding just one more ingredient? So we're going to continue to use these 2 areas where the numbers line up on their double number lines. And so if I want Lynn, and so I have Lynn's orange juice down here, if I want hers to taste the same as Noah's, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the 16 to 20 right here. And what I notice on the 16 to 20 is that they both have 20 parts water, right? And so Lynn has 15 parts orange juice for every 20 parts water. Noah has 16 parts orange juice for every 20 parts water. So she needs to add one more part. And so if we were making a huge batch here and she would have 20 parts water, she would just need to add one more part orange juice to make the same taste as Noah. Then if we look at her original recipe, because this is really where we're trying to get to, her original recipe is 3 parts orange juice to 4 parts water. So we know that to go from 20 to 4, we have to divide by 5, right? So then if we're going to go to 16, because we're going to add that one more part orange juice, let's divide 16 by 5. And if I divide 16 by 5, then I get 3 1/5, not 3 1/5. So she needs to add 1/5 more orange juice for every 4 parts water. Isn't that confusing? But hopefully that makes sense to you guys the way I explained it. Let's do the same with Noah. Noah wants to make his juice taste the same as Lynn's. So we're going to use this one right here where they both line up. He has 12 parts orange juice and she has 12 parts orange juice. So he wants his to line up with hers. So he's going to add, look at, he has 15 parts water and she has 16 parts water. So he would add one more part water, right, if he was making this size of a batch. So what we're going to do is let's look at what he had to do to get there. We know that 15 divided by 3 is 5, right? And so then let's do 16 divided by 3, because this is where he's going. He wants to get to that 16. Let's divide that by 3, and we get 5 1/3. So Noah needs to add 1/3 of a liter more of water so that his tastes exactly the same as Lynn's. All right, if you need to watch that part again, please do so. Now we're on the tulip problem number 4. This one's kind of quick. We have store A that is selling tulips 5 for $11. And we have to compare that with store B, who's selling tulips 6 for $13. So I found the unit price. That's the price for one. And to do it with store A, I divided both the 5 and the 11 by 5. So I got 5 divided by 5 is 1 tulip. 11 divided by 5 is 11/5, which is 2 1/5, which comes out to $2.20 per 1 tulip. I did that same thing with store B. To get to 1 tulip, I had to divide both of these numbers by 6. 6 divided by 6 gives me 1 tulip. 13 divided by 6 gives me 13/6, or 2 1/6, or $2.17 per 1 tulip. So store B has the better price. They're really close to the same, right? But still, if you're going to buy in bulk, that would probably really matter. The last one is a plane problem. We have a plane traveling for 6 hours, and it travels 3,360 miles in that 6 hours. So this is our rate. Let's turn that into a unit rate to get our miles per hour, and we're just going to divide 3,360 divided by 6, and we get 560 miles per 1 hour. And so we can use that rate then to figure out any distance given a length of time. And so our length of time that we're given here is 10 hours, so we're just going to do 560 times 10 and get 5,600 miles. All right, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thanks for listening.